Light is on. They're set. Starter's got them. Hits the button. They're off. Decoded off the inside, began well every Friday, was nicely away. Rose of Cologne showing early speed with Voltaic, and Royal Standing's not too far away. Imperial Bell in that bunch, followed by Princess Siderius, Illy Lily. Going around them wide, Tickets to Ride. Royal Standing got some interference, lost a length or two. It's now in the second half of the field with the Bee's Knees, and the stablemates of the tail end pair, She's a Ringo and Who's the Star. Up by the half mile, and the leader was Every Friday. From on the outside, Rose of Cologne. Now joining in 3 wide, Princess Aderius, Tickets to Ride. It's out on the cheap seats, 4 deep in the leading division. Voltaic just behind them in 5th as they leave the 600 metres. Decoded 6 to the rail, about 3 off them. Followed by, coming around them wide, was the Bee's Knees. A gap in the field then to Imperial Bell. Royal Standing, he's hard at it in 4th last position. Then came Who's the Star. Illy Lily's a mile back, and She's a Ringo is last. Up the straight, 250 left to run. Every Friday tackled by Decoded, off the fence to challenge. The Bee's Knees joining in, and the widest runner is Imperial Bell. Soon afterwards, the Bee's Knees and Imperial Bell paired off. The Bee's Knees going a little better than Imperial Bell. The Bee's Knees beat Imperial Bell. Royal Standing 3rd, Decoded 4th, followed then by She's a Ringo, Voltaic and Who's a Star. A gap to Every Friday, Rose of Cologne, then Tickets to Ride. Well back was Princess Siderius, and Illy Lily was out at the tail end. The Bee's Knees, Wanderson de Villa for Scott Cooper. Coming with a well-timed run. Imperial Bell, I thought, was going to issue a real challenge, but in the end, the Bee's Knees had a bit to spare. And that gives Wanderson a riding double. He scored on Craig Lealdi in the Yellow Glen handicap and has now made it a riding double. Successful on the Bee's Knees, beating Imperial Bell. And it looks as though Royal Standing has just snatched 3rd spot in front of Decoded, who was there to strike at the right time but couldn't come on with it over the last 100 metres or so. The Bee's Knees, the 5-year-old chestnut mare by Jet Spur out of Manuka Honey. Raced by Scott Cooper, Mrs. J. Cooper, Mrs. G. Martin, Mr. D. Martin, Mr. J. Oliver, and Miss H. Torpy. And that's her 2nd win at start 14. Imperial Bell by Magic Albert, Michael McClellan and Chris Whiteley. And Royal Standing 3rd by Stratum for Albie Molino and Corey Bayliss. 8, 10, 1 and 2. 2 was 4th. Half a length by 2 3/4 lengths. A half by 2 3/4. They ran 1:14, 1:2 and home in 36:23. Placegetter is about to return after the Class 1 handicap, and thanks to Alsco for their generous sponsorship. Now we go to race 6, the Cairns Key Real Estate Class 3 handicap, 1,400 metres at 4:05. And there are no scratchings or riding changes.